Hi, this is Jack. I'm a star. Today we do things a little differently. I'm going to speak for a little bit, and then I'm going to play my new introduction. I don't know. The thing that it's the same. It's not just basically. It is. It's the one that I started with, and I just erased like 40 seconds of the middle, and then squish it together. That's all. It says nothing new. It's just the same thing with not 17 minutes skipped out for the middle, but it's kind of like Watergate. All right. Now, Azure, hang on. He claimed he was going to do a new thing and then email it to me. He didn't, or if he did, I didn't get it. I'm beginning to think there's 3 Azures, not just 2. I knew there was 2, but there might be 3. I think there's a third one who's a total fucking sleazeball. I'm not really sure. I don't have the equipment to track that shit back. But one of them is a real douche, like severe. Like what the fuck? Like how he's even involved. I don't even know. All right, so I'm gonna talk for a little bit, and then I'm gonna play that, and then I'm gonna play some other stuff, and then I'm gonna play a song because I'm a musician, and then I'm gonna play like an hour of stuff that I haven't even listened to. I'm just gonna copy and paste and just bleh, throw it up on the YouTube because I don't care. I don't care at all. There's probably a lot of things that could be done to it to make it sound more palatable to the average listener. I don't care about the average listener. I don't even care about the above average listener. I might care about the unique listener. It depends. I'm kind of pissed off. I don't know if you've noticed. And it's not because I'm waiting for my laundry to be done. I'm currently sitting here waiting for my laundry because I don't have a dryer at the house because it broke. And I didn't get anybody to fix it because people don't fix things for me. No. They fix horse races. They fix other people's broken limbs. They don't fix my shit. They just break my shit. They also steal my shit. Somebody stole my license plates off my car, right? And then drove around town, picking up automated traffic camera tickets, like 13 of them, at least, and then generated bills for that. They got sent to my house. And they must have done this knowingly because I've never gotten so many goddamn fucking automated traffic tickets all at once, ever. I mean, once in a while, sure, but that many? Okay, so I, of course, ignored them because that's what I do. And now I'm starting to get bills from collection agencies that claim I owe Puyallup Municipal Court money, right? I don't, right? This was clearly done to harass, intimidate, and slow me down. And it's done one of those 3. I'm gonna let you figure out which one is which. Here's a hint. I'm neither harassed nor hurt. Well, I guess I am harassed, but I'm definitely not intimidated. I could give a flying fuck if I'm in fucking collections till the day I goddamn die. It's inconvenient, sure, but it's not like having chlamydia, right?
3, 2, 1, ignition.
Bitch, baby.
Now let's just power for real.
Where's the beeps?
Why is communication here?
I haven't heard a beep in minutes.
We have a mature woman and we have the courthouse with an official person.
Where's the beeps?
This is definitely going against a mature woman here.
Where's the beeps?
Or a mature woman could be on this individual side, this man's side. That could be a queen sword. That could be on this man's side.
Where's the teats?
This could be a federal judicial system as well.
Is she a federal judge?
And this is a queen sword that's on this individual side. This man has got attacked.
I don't know any federal judges.
Because we have man, we have
unless I do.
Wealthy man. So this would be a very specific message for him.
There's the beep. There's one.
Okay. Yeah, that's who's giving you this money. That's what
Well, I'd be happy to accept.
And this may be very concerning to you.
You know, there's a lot of things I could do with money. Yeah. I could leave.
Some of you out there, you could be relocated.
I could get a shave. I could get a haircut.
That would be a completion of a cycle.
Where's the beeps?
So there's definitely something close out here. A cycle completing in regards to
I'm gonna get stoned.
A married couple, along with other people that have tried to put themselves in the spirit numerous amount of times. Set this man up here.
Welcome. Welcome.
I continue to see justice. And where's the full adjudication? A legal situation, a legal system.
That's a good one.
I'm instantly getting federal judicial system. I'm not getting that Holy Spirit. Could be. Thoughts?
So he's in jail, and he's laughing at you, and you're still fucked. Well, that's some pretty good fucking revenge, isn't it?
Sketch out what has been going on with their abilities here. That could have helped with something.
I had nothing to do with it.
This would be somebody sketching something out with their thoughts, which will represent clairvoyance.
Yes, I will publish this.
And link it.
Where's the beeps?
Actually have something uncovered here with their
Oh, there's one.
autistic nature.
Okay.
Somebody that's very wise, they have a lot of wisdom.
I don't need them. Oh, now they're coming. I see.
Yeah, the community's going up being found guilty too. There's a lack of community spirit when it came to the civil.
I've got spirit. How about you?
This is that 10 clinical reverse. This is all these illegal activities that was occurred upon this individual. And they have had to stand up against the combat all by damn self with this man male here.
1 minute 33.
So
No.
the community was involved too, the community reverse.
1 hour 33 minutes past 10:30. Ish.
So this is the 10 clinical reverse. I'm gonna show y'all real quick.
How much money are you giving me? Come on, Wilbur. Okay. Okay, an hour later. I'm a little busy.
Right here. Oh.
I thank you for the invitation. Hail, Satan! Is that you?
This is the community.
Is this Satan? Oh, hi.
That's all about people getting along in the community
Okay.
right here. This is community spirit that will be upright.
I will see what I can do.
When it's in reverse, a community is found guilty of illegal activities that are occurring upon this individual, which is that
Hail, Satan.
allowing the community to loiter, to legally stone this person.
Loiter? Is that what they got Satan for loitering? Nice.
And follow the individual continues.
Well, I am that pretty.
This is public corruption here with the community reverse. They're found and charged guilty of public corruption here with this public reverse. Because of how many people was involved with this situation. This could possibly go viral over the news too. What this community did to this guy.
Whoa. Oh.
Or this female.
Oh, are you
This
feeling?
is somebody that don't have a family, they're alone.
Does that mean you do or don't have a penis? What does that mean these days? That looks like a penis.
Look like to me, the judicial system, the higher judicial system, has found this community guilty of violations of order, violations of conflict of interest, violations of conspiracy against rights. This is a lot. That's only the situation right now, bro. Why does this be compensated all this money? They're great fortune be returned to them because of all this man or female has went through, and people just sat back and watched the individual done it to purposely to try to intimidate them. The intimidation too. That would be linked to intimidation, harassment, stalking, that would fall under violations of Section 18 U.S. 401 conspiracy against rights. That also communities can found guilty of doing too. We commit the act of loitering, which is a violation also. That's against the law. And the reason why loitering was committed and allowed to be done.
Oh my God. It says you're spam.
Rights. For once again to retaliate as a retaliation tactic on this individual. And people that was in charge, that was supposed to be running, supposed to be serving the public, which were representing officials that were supposed to be doing something right, that wasn't, but it's just reversed. They're supposed to be in charge and observing, and they're supposed to also be, the managers of the store or whatever who is running these businesses, that's supposed to be doing something right too. But the way they was handling the situation, they was allowed to go on. They gave them permission to do it. Okay, well, they can take that up with this judge right here because they're going to be in front of up before a judge here. They can take this up. This community can take this up with a judge here because we have a judge right here at the courthouse.
I'm not gonna say I love judges,
Courthouse here. This is big. This is giving you the vibe for like a federal judicial system.
but I'd rather deal with one than most people.
Because when I just read out a few minutes ago these violations on the federal level.
Cool.
Because ain't no local laws being followed, it's actually being broken to the extreme. People are not about to sit here and argue with this individual's evidence. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They're not about to sit here and argue with this individual's evidence of this murder, that the act of murder that has been committed upon this individual. I'm telling you that right now. They have evidence of it. They have camera evidence.
Camera evidence.
This person over and over and over and over and over. I'm gonna tell you right now, this individual's been found to be telling the truth and they're innocent the whole time.
He might not be talking about me.
Anyone about to get up in here and manipulate. No, there ain't no manipulation. There's no manipulation. This right here was manipulation being done against an innocent person. They had to stand up against the manipulation and also prove they had right with
Why the fuck?
That King of Swords was observing with the wheel force reverse, which will represent this to put the individual in despair. They know what's going on with the King of Swords. This could be an attorney that knows what's going on. I'll never hear somebody.
I miss you. I wish I was talking to you.
As I say, my client should have not been through that. What are you doing to this individual? Why do you keep on fighting? Why do you keep on right? Okay, well, explain this. Explain this. Why are these individuals doing this to this person? I'd rather hear somebody being passionate on the stand here and defending their client against this case here.
I miss that one friend.
If I had that, I damn sure would be passionate about it, especially when you got video proof of evidence. Man, you ain't about to sit there and object that. I'm gonna object what you trying to do. I'm gonna object to the extreme. That's the way I would fight this thing. I would get passionate too. I would get angry. I would get aggressive, but in a very passionate way. Because it's the lawyer's job to bring to the jury, or whoever it is, that's a jury and a prosecutor, because they're going to be quick to try to defend these individuals, but yet that's when the lawyer steps in, because they try to make this individual out to be a criminal here, but yet they wasn't. They actually victimized through the situation. So it's the lawyer's job to get up and to actually defend their client when you know someone's passion. That's how you win a case. You don't sit there and back down. You don't sit there and that. You object. You
Passion.
You cross-examine the fuck out of these people. That's what you do.
Violence and death.
Have it projected. Have it being viewed upon a projected screen. Explain that. Explain that. That's the Scorpio part coming out here. They say Scorpio will make a great attorney. Scorpio will make a great law enforcement.
Oh, this guy, yeah, definitely.
No, that's what it is. We'll make great detectives. They're the detectives of the zodiac sign. They have a code about that.
That's true.
I'll tell you right now, because we're analyzing. It's something similar to Virgo. We analyze situations and see patterns.
He's not a Virgo. I'm the fucking Virgo. What a douche. What a douche.
This is how I would defend a situation like that. Hell, even if the individual didn't have an attorney, they could defend themselves by being passionate. Object. I don't understand.
Telegram, huh?
Because if these individuals try to argue against the evidence, though, then that's when the evidence comes in and you cross-examine these false character witnesses and everybody that was involved. You cross-examine this committee with the evidence that holds a lot of power to the case. Because I'll tell you right now, word of mouth will never be enough to get through. You have to have solid proof of evidence, especially when it comes to video evidence and proof to prove that this is what was going on. That right there is going to be power. That right there can be used, and that right there is going to attack the credibility. When it comes to word of mouth, whatever they were trying to do, that's going to combat that, because that right there leads them with zero credibility to the case. I would rather do one of the ones I would be passionate about. I wouldn't be rude. I wouldn't cuss. I wouldn't do nothing. I would be very professional about it. If it was me defending somebody, even if I was a character witness, I would defend it just the way I know the right, just the way how much I know the law. I would cross-examine and hell out these individuals. Because that right there, you can catch them slipping in their story, tampering with evidence, falsifying evidence. That right there, you combat.
He's fucking lying. This guy, all he does is he repeats what the Scorpio god tells him to say. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but he's full of shit.
You're not going to be manipulated, and you will object things that you don't agree upon. And especially,
I would do the same.
No, object.
Just saying. This guy lies his ass off all the time.
What are you going to do? They want me to be a lawyer? You know what I'm saying? They want me to be a lawyer?
I don't know how good a lawyer he'd be. Can he be high while he's doing it?
And they want me to be there. Like, hey, can you come to court for me? They want me to go to court with them.
Oh, with? What, the same room? Oh, yeah, great. Good idea.
Nah, I'm just joking, y'all. But they did that. Like, man, you want to come to court with me? You want to be a great defense.
Right.
I greatly appreciate that, by the way, guys. I'm still learning, okay? I don't know everything, but I'm still learning.
You're welcome.
I appreciate the compliment, by the way. I do take that as, you know, thank you.
Sometimes people lie. Sometimes people are allowed to lie. Other times people don't lie just by choice. Like, I can lie. I can, all I want. I just don't want to lie. I totally don't have a TARDIS.
Respect people that actually challenge.
Not at all.
Object, but in a very passionate type of way, passionate, professional type of way. That's not making sense. You objected and you cross-examine. You cross-examine because that way.
I love getting high. I'll smoke anything. It's actually depends on your definition of smoke.
But as far as taking up school and stuff like that,
I'll smoke anything except tribally protected salmon.
That makes me question, why is the judgment card Scorpio? Because that's judgment. That's Scorpio energy.
No, it's not.
Because we judge the situation accurately.
He doesn't know.
You first have to have the details on
He imagines all sorts of shit because he's high as fuck.
And also back to phone information, you have to have the facts and the details.
He's not really accurate about a lot of this stuff,
Get into the details.
which is fine. I don't think he's trying to tell the secrets of everything. I'm just pointing out.
And I'm telling you right now, when it comes to somebody's
Judgment's not a Scorpio thing. Execution, maybe. But that's not judgment. It could be that this man is illiterate and doesn't know the meanings of the words he's using. Probably.
That's going to attack the credibility even more. So it's going to drop below the 0%. And when somebody's credibility has been attacked to that extreme, they lost the case.
Oh, I'm not saying he's not credible. I'm just saying you can't listen to him. Well, you can, but it won't mean anything to you, Pewdieling.
That right there, that's where it has the power to start.
Meanwhile, I'm logging into Telegram
That right there is another
because Jesus.
Prove your word.
I got message from people I didn't expect. So that means this guy wants me to connect to this.
Okay, well, how come this individual was out there? You got the date, exact time,
All right, we'll see.
location, which is three major things that can really save you from a situation like this. Especially how long it's occurred. Let's say you've been going through this 1 to 2 to 3 years straight, like I pulled earlier. So why are they continuously doing these tactics against you whenever you have had enough evidence to prove that, hey, what's the problem? Why are these individuals around you? Why are these individuals potentially trying to bother you? And if you put a complaint, you have that documented down. How many times you had to complain over this couple trying to mess with your stability, being around you? So how are they going to be able to talk their way out and manipulate themselves out of the situation? Impossible. Because of how can I say this? How great and how much power the evidence of the individual that they try to victimize holds over this whole situation. Because of them being very logical, intellectually smart, and knowing when to document things down and knowing when to remain in a character to avoid getting in trouble. And actually have enough common sense to leave a situation to avoid more problems.
What do you mean busy? What the fuck?
But to the ones out there, if anybody want to talk about how to stand up and defend
Oh, maybe it's because I'm recording.
that's how you stand up and fight.
All right, this has been 8.5 minutes with Jack Star.
Do you understand this? And if you don't
Where's the beef?
Because understanding will represent them standing on top of you. No.
It's been 13 minutes.
Somebody
All right.
stand, you don't let these individuals stand on top of you.
All right, I'll let this guy finish.
Statement or whatever. You object that and challenge it. That's what you do. You
There's a
challenge-
beef.
And then you challenge it more so with
All right.
but you
This
do
guy's on
have
YouTube.
more
He's pretty cool.
evidence, documentation of evidence to combat it that holds power and credibility to the case.
Where's the credibility? I don't hear a beep. Weak.
Even though I haven't had no classes taken in criminal justice, I know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to the law. Right?
He does. What do you people all do on a Saturday night? I don't do what I want. I don't do what I want, especially if snapping my fingers on my right wrist is what I want. I don't get to do that. It's compromised.
Counting while I run the tap, I'm on my knees, joking on my hands all night, in my sleep, counting all the calories, now get 'em up, body positivity, help me out, the swans of ballet, their skin and their bones, that's not me, I die for my love, don't break. Break till I wither away. What I see is not me, what I see is not me. Want to break fruit, how am I back here again? 3, 4, lose more. I know my mirror's a lie. 5, 6, hate this. Take back the body I'm in. What I see is not me, what I see is not me. Want to break fruit, wish I could change overnight.
Hi, it's me again. There's a woman who's going to start talking in a short minute. I'm trying. There she is.
Some of you may even be noticing that your appearance is changing, okay? Because your energy
My appearance is changing.
Very radiant. There's such a quiet confidence
Maybe.
about you at this time that really has everyone around you very curious about the inner world.
Things are real
You may
exciting.
even be coming off a little aloof at this time as well. And that's just because your focus is within, okay? It's almost like you were spending a lot of
I'm not real happy with my boobs.
on different people, different situations. And this really could have had your energetic
No.
field off balance for a while.
Not really.
But something deep within you is really calling you to slow down.
I don't even know if I have boobs.
To take sacred space, to spend time in meditation. To really
It's hard to say.
get back in tune and
Do I love my boobs? Well, I guess.
Are directly in connection with your destiny and with your
Certainly no one else is.
And this is definitely tied to your pace. And
I might as well.
So if you align with this energy, don't feel guilty about pouring into yourself. And
I didn't do this to talk about my boobs, no.
explore deeper aspects of your being. You and everyone around you
I was going to do
is
something.
beginning to view you as a timeless frequency. And this newfound awareness is literally changing every aspect of your life.
Yeah.
This next stage of your life is all about trusting God. And trusting
Suddenly a man has boobs, suddenly he's attractive. Come on.
I also want to point out that if you are not yet having this experience,
That's just so implausible to believe.
clear your energy, to break away from the noisiness of the outside world and really dedicate some sacred space for yourself to allow
whatever.
this energy to fully integrate. And also remember to be gentle with yourself, because although this is a very powerful time in your life that I'm living in, this is also a very sensitive time as well. Okay?
That's
So
it.
that your power is
Boobs.
represented
Powerful,
by
but sensitive.
Sweet girl, you're so disciplined. Now keep it down. I don't like my measurements. Won't make a sound. Diana, how she guards the clock. She's in control. Now why is everyone in shock? You let her go. This one's a ballet. Their skin and their bones, that's not me. I die for my love, don't break till I wither away. What I see is not me, what I see is not me. 1, 2, grapefruit, how am I back here again? 3, 4, lose more, I know my mirror's a lie. 5, 6, hate this, take back the body I'm in. What I see is not me, what I see is not me. 1, 2, grapefruit, wish I could change overnight. 3, 4, lose more, kill my obsession, please die. 5, 6, hate this, how am I still in this fight? What I see is not me, what I see is not me. What I see is not me, what I see is not me. When I'm hurting, every time I have a bad day, then everyone gets lost. But I'm learning every time I feel out of place that you are all I've got. 1, 2, grapefruit, how am I back here again? 3, 4, lose more, I know my mirror's a lie. 5, 6, hate this, take back the body I'm in. What I see is not me, what I see is not me. 1, 2, grapefruit, wish I could change overnight. 3, 4, lose more, kill my obsession, please die. 5, 6, hate this, how am I still in this fight? What I see is not me, what I see is not me.
This is Jack. I'm going to start. Hi. This is
I
Jack.
have got to step
I'm
to
going
the-
to start. You
My
can
computer-
undoubtedly hear the... Okay. This is good.
You want your justice, but you fight for justice. That's what you do. You
I
fight. You're a
connected to
warrior. You're a warrior.
Telegram.
You fight for your justice, bro. You fight for it.
And because I connected with a name that is recognizable,
I deserve this. I deserve my
the first two messages were fuck off and die nigger.
Well, when we hear this, my documentation, I deserve enough long, y'all.
So, am I still connected? Let's find
That's
out.
basically what you're showing when you're challenging these individuals whenever they show up to this right here.
Let's see.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, this judge possibly is already aware, or they could, because they're
Let's
already
see.
aware that this is a huge case here, what I'm getting. They're
Fuck
already
off.
aware of it, okay? They're aware of that.
Yeah.
You have the right to actually be passionate and angry about what these individuals did to you. The judge is gonna ask
Wow.
you to be passionate. He may allow you to get angry on the stand. And to speak your mind.
In my 3 decades of life, I've learned no one knows they know nothing until they realize one day that they actually know nothing, and only they can be being to understand something. They misspelled realize.
You're giving me that person, like the way his face looks.
It's okay.
He's literally saying, you expect him. They expect
Goodbye,
him.
you fucking nigger.
Tell you something, when you're up there calling out.
That's hot. Right on.
He's also giving these individuals, you want to explain yourselves?
Fresh as fuck. That's nice. Ha 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 fuck. Fuck.
You got one person.
I like
one person.
you all suck. I like
I all of y'all came up.
I like the word fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Let's download that.
Somebody about to
Ooh.
find out.
Ooh, she's kinda cute.
A
Little too trad.
They about to find out.
Not my friend, but well, maybe she's my friend. It's kind of hard to tell. She could be either of them. Very pretty, certainly. Here's one with a gun. Okay. Interesting. I'm not as fond of the word cock as I am of the word fuck. Much prefer fuck to the word cock. I'd like that.
It usually takes at least a few agents to actually, but yet this is one person versus this whole situation. Because that's usually how it is, like I have that can multitask against these individuals. This deserves that position. They will that's for damn sure. Well, this is resume with.
Thank you. You're too kind, really. Just entirely too kind. Thank you. I feel very welcome. Thank you.
I can come in there and it will be a great analyzer, break down detail, and then it will filter the patterns to help these agents see through things. That's what I did. Like things that they can't logically spot, instead of just use some type of extra level of their gifts or just a given individual, they can really bring to their awareness where the average people will be able to catch on and can literally help them spot a pattern in discrete forms in order to spot something major beyond that small pattern. Because there's something major beyond it that most people wouldn't be able to catch on to. Because usually when there's a pattern, even though it may be kind of small, that's something to pay attention to. It's a lead. That's what it is. So a lead is something that's bigger beyond a small pattern. Because if there's a pattern, there's also a solution for the problem of that pattern. And usually when you spot a pattern like this, there's a problem. That's going to link it to a major problem behind the scenes. And you dig deep enough, I promise you, you're going to uncover exactly what this read is exposing right here, where this community is being found guilty, whether it's somebody community being found guilty here, or some type of public corruption case. I'm also pulling a heavy white collar too. This will give me the vibes of looking at this card right here, with the outer, like the pips. See how I got that white collar? This right here too. Look, you see the way that judge look? You see that around his neck, white collar? That's how I get that white collar. That's a federal violation and stuff like that too. Tell me man don't know the law. Yeah. Tell me man don't know the law. I'll tell you, I didn't take up no school or nothing.
Well, that's what white collar means.
I don't know if I have one of my ancestors as an FBI agent in the spirit world that guides me because I feel that very strongly. Because I think that's what I feel my ancestors. That I felt the law enforcement was down there a long time ago. There's a reason that I have those abilities, bro. There's a reason. I don't know where it's coming from, but I feel like I have ancestors in the spirit world that was technical investigators. That was advanced. And watch over me and protect me. Ancestors is all about people that passed away a long time ago, and they're in the spirit world and they're helping protect me in this lifetime. That's what that is. What they do is they serve as a protection. And I really feel that, I'll tell you what, I feel that energy sometimes. Somebody guarded me in the spirit world with a lot of authority. Legal authority in the spirit world. You know? So that's right there. It's okay, thank you, spirit. That would explain why I didn't have to take up no type of criminal justice or go to school for it. It just comes naturally. It's in my gifted nature. You know? I'm sure that's a lot to learn, you know, to go to school for, but the information that I just revealed just a few minutes ago, it comes naturally from my gifted nature. And I really feel like I got to take better ancestors in the spirit world. That was my kinfolk before they passed away. Like, hold on, y'all, just retrograde. I really feel like I have the bad ancestors in the spirit world that lived here a long time ago. That's my kinfolk that are watching over me. They don't want to see me hurt. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, and this is something that I love doing with a passion. When I do reads like this, I don't really like doing this publicly, but I know that this can help on cases. This can help people gain clarity. And I won't ever give specific details. Now, if they ever employ me or if I was ever employed to that position, I would gladly give detailed descriptions, very detailed, very advanced descriptions of how tall somebody is, of the clothes that they was last wearing and stuff like that, and the place they was last seen, where they could be spotted at. I could give the location to the detailed form. If I was employed on that position behind the scenes, that's when I would give details. But as far as me being public, out of respect for the officials and investigations, it's a general message. I'm not gonna give no time, frames, or whatever. Now, I mean, when it comes to investigating a suspect, I still will refuse certain details, but I would call out the state, possible city, etc. Well, not even the city, but the state and the location, like how it looks. But yet, still leave it as a general message because that's just how it is. And certain things I won't speak about publicly, but yet when it comes to a general message, I'm gonna leave it as a general message. I'm just very responsible when it comes to my reads. I'm not somebody that's impulsive like that. I actually have a lot of self-control. And I know that would help. Okay, I know that would help. Okay, I already know. Because it would literally be more easier for the details, but it's just how I describe certain things while using my gifts, you know? But I mean, if I was ever employed, somebody ever employed me, in person, like personally, and I had that position of power to use my gifts, that's whenever I would give them the specific details with my gifts. But as far as publicly, it's a negative. No further information. It's just something I know intuitively. But I still feel like this can give somebody clarity that has better with a situation like this. You know? I mean, this is something that I'm very passionate about. I will let them know that this is something I'm very passionate about. And it is kind of a downer that I can't give specific details, even though it would help tremendously. Because I don't feel like I could truly be my authentic self and doing what I was called to do here. But behind the scenes, if I was employed in a position of power, I would greatly execute my gifts to the extreme. Because then I would, number one, I would have the permission. You know, I would have the okay to do so. No, you're not going to get in trouble for slander defamation. No, you're actually helping to investigate something. You know what I'm saying? That way somebody can't throw back, oh, they defamated character. They slandered. No. I would actually be helping. And that way it would protect me from somebody trying to do something, trying to get me in trouble. They can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like hell, you gonna get somebody in trouble for investigating a case whenever somebody in a position of power employed them to do so. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm trying to let y'all understand. But when it comes to me being in this position that I'm in the public eye and using my gifts, I would leave it strictly general. Okay? And I mean, it is considered freedom of speech. No names being mentioned. Even though I said officials, that right there can still help the case, but yet at the same time, it's still in the line of freedom of speech. You know? That's my right, freedom of speech. But as far as details, like being very specific in detail, no. That's a negative. Now, if I was to ever be employed on a job, to have that power, I would definitely be specific in detail. To the extreme. They want to know who somebody is that's causing trouble, they're going to get it real quick. I'll tap to my kids real quick. And then to rip the mask off and the individual that left a trace of themselves behind, I would be like some type of guide, like that's the guy. And therefore lead to a pattern, and will lead right to who's been causing all the trouble. And therefore, they will be developed as a suspect. And the accuracy of the suspect being revealed will be 99.9% of accuracy. Am I gifts? Caution. I mean, I wouldn't say it like that, but especially when it comes to sizing up like energies, when it comes to, if they're, I don't know why I'm talking about that, but I mean, it makes me feel passionate about talking about it. If I wasn't being employed, you know, if they was employed or whatever. In case people wonder why I don't give details or specific information, because that right there, no, I gotta leave it strictly general. I have respect for them, you know what I'm saying? Because I have respect for them during my reading. But at the same time, when it comes to, let's say if they ever want to be, if I was employed, if they ever wanted to employ me for some type of interrogation process, I would literally know how to charm the individual out and literally tell themselves without them even realizing they told themselves by making them feel comfortable. Because you can't be intimidated during the interrogation process because you're not going to get information on somebody like that. When somebody is the most relaxed, that's when they're the most comfortable. And when somebody's comfortable, it will freely give information. That's something else I'm aware of because I studied psychology effects of the brain.
I believe that.
Science behind the neurons in the brain what triggers a fight response signals to the brain. That's why that can be used to my advantage and to help a situation. Somebody trying to interrogate.
He's telling the truth.
That can be used in order to not sit there and have the individual.
He doesn't always lie.
Use information. If they want something to go through easier.
Technically, he's not lying at all.
Pulling the extra. Bro, I'm telling you, they could call in the extra in the interrogation room.
Oh, I bet. Shit, yeah.
I mean,
oh, God. How the fuck they get wound up with these fucking dorks?
Whenever somebody wants to learn something new here, I've got to tell somebody that
what?
More comfortable the suspect is.
Oh, no. These dorks are the only ones who know about certain things. That's why. Jesus. Well, whatever.
Right there, it's going to make a fight response.
You only get one country, right?
It's represent panic mode. When somebody's in panic mode, it freezes. It freezes up and tense up. Therefore, information gets blocked. Because the neurons in the mind that are stirred up, when the neurons are balanced, that right there will trick the brain because the individual being comfortable in an environment. They're being in a comfortable environment when it's not supposed to be comfortable, especially when they commit a criminal activity, when they've been accused of criminal activity. But that's accusation. But you have to, if
Not pleasant.
something on somebody that you know for sure is guilty, you have to have more probable cause than just a simple accusation. It has to be a probable cause to find guilty. In order for that to happen, you gotta have the individual tell themselves by not doing all this access hard work to get somebody to tell themselves when it's simple to have somebody just relax in a comfortable state of mind to feel like they're not the criminal in the case, but yet at the same time get them to tell themselves without them realizing it's about tricking the neurons and the signals of the brain, while at the same time being in an intense type of situation, not knowing if they're going to walk away or not. Because when somebody tells themselves, that right there can be used against them. That right there, what it says comes to that anything you say can and will be used against you. But you have to have whatever they're saying that can be on point with the case that's being investigated to be used against them by them telling themselves, and that right there can be used against the individual. All by them being in a comfortable environment, laid back, and not being intimidated. Because if somebody's intimidated, some of these individuals will freeze up and refuse information. So you try to pull information out of somebody, you have to first be relaxed, kick back, and make them feel like they're somewhat like at home, but they're not. You almost have to step in the mind of a suspect. You have to step in the mind of these individuals, and the minds of them, and to actually see what's going on, to analyze their thought process, and that right there takes a lot of skill. And to be honest with you, I'm somebody that knows exactly how to do that.
What is this, a fucking job interview?
I mean, I'm not that experienced when it comes to that, but just like I said, I still need a lot more experience. But when it comes to that, especially with the situation we analyze and interview.
If this guy already has a job, he doesn't need a new one. Give me the job.
They're taking an eye movement like that. Somebody's like this, looking all over, like looking like that, or they do like this. That's guilt. That's guilt. That's a sign of guilt right there. It's all about analyzing the eye movements, the face, the fidgeting like this, fidgeting, the twisting of that, like the hair, like somebody's with their hair like that, or feeling like with their hair. It's a sign of guilt. I mean, you can't really prove it as guilt. But you start adding everything up, and whenever you catch them slipping in their story, that right there is unrecorded in the interrogation room. After they just got finished telling themselves when they catch them slipping in their story, after they have told themselves that they're fooling with their hair, that right there is going to be seen to the judge. That right there is called false. That's no longer the individual being accused. And it's not something that is just suspicion as a suspect. It actually is. Therefore, it finds him guilty of being a criminal. It's no longer suspicion. Because suspicion don't have enough weight or power to go through to actually find somebody guilty. You have to have that probable cause. So, you don't see it. I don't know, y'all. I just like being passionate whenever I talk about that because this is something I love doing with my gifts. I just like being a messenger, bro. Like, that's my high calling to be a messenger. You know, I don't know everything. There's still a lot I need to learn. There's still a lot more experience that I can experience and learn from. But if people want my honesty, I love being passionate about how I explain these situations right here, how I break it down in detailed form to really get people to see what's really going on. You know? And to get the situation go through a lot smoother, do not result into intimidation. That would be the last thing I'll result into, intimidation, because there comes a right point in time where you can use intimidation. It's when you actually get things on an individual. That right there will be racked up as hardcore evidence to where they're found and convicted. That's when you can use intimidation. But until then, the tactics sometimes not going to work with people because of the neurons how it's wired in the brain. Just like I said, studying the psychology effects of the neurons in the brain and how it processes information, that right there is the main thing to look at. It's all about studying the human mind psychology, the psychological effects of the brain. That's what I mean. How the neurons react. What triggers the feel-good endorphins, which represent a peace of mind. Feel-good endorphins is all about feeling good, feeling comfortable. That's what you want to trigger during a process like this. Instead of intimidation, because when somebody's intimidated, more than likely they're going to be freezing up, they're going to freeze up. Therefore, blocks information from being delivered from out the individual that they're trying to get information out of. You know? But anyways, I just figured I'd share my knowledge on that, in case anybody was listening. That could be used as a helpful tip. Involving interrogation. When they bring somebody in, like interview for interrogation, put them in an interrogation room. You know where they put the individual, they got like this in a room, closed room. But if they no longer want to see somebody as, or people, as a suspicion, because that's what suspect represents. Suspicion. They're suspecting. That would be suspicion. or fall in line with suspicion. When you have enough that can back up, that's overpowering the suspicion, that's probably cause, that right there, they develop as a criminal thing. It's no longer a suspect. The suspect is all about suspecting somebody to be a criminal, but that's not enough to convict the individual. That's the way I look at the situation. With my analytical gifted abilities. Through energetic analyzing the situation. Because energy can determine what's really going on. See, a lot of people don't look at it like that when it comes to energy. But energy, if you know how to read energy, you will know how to read what's going on beyond the thought process of that individual that is being interrogated. And if you have those skills, I'm telling you, you can literally charm somebody right out of their mask and leave the mask right there on the table, and you got what you was looking for right there with little to no effort. That's like literally helping you with little to no effort. That right there is going to make the job a lot more easy. That'd be something I'd be good at if I ever was employed at that. But anyways, this is what I have for the read. I just figured I'd share that. That makes me happy.
Oh, good.
Just like I said, I don't know everything. Information is indeed infinite. You never stop learning. There's always something new to learn every day. But just like I said before, like this is the truth. I literally feel like I have higher sisters in the spirit realm, to the spiritual dimension. That's my ancestors. And the higher up FBI detectives that watch over me in the spirit realm.
Oh, God.
That protect me and actually have, that's where I get my gifts from. You know? But anyways, y'all, and I really appreciate my ancestry protection. That would be my ancestors. I don't know how they look, but I know that they're in the spirit world. They're that powerful. I can't really see them, but I can feel them. Energetically and spiritually. I can feel them watching over me. That would be my kinfolks a long time ago. A long time ago they was here. Long time ago. I'm talking about like at least the 1700s is what I'm getting to, in the 1700s.
What?
That's I'm talking about a long time ago.
Oh, the tribal treaties, yeah, because of the rules that were broken. This whole fucking thing is this huge fucking hassle. Because of, you don't even begin to know.
That's back then when they
So,
dressed up like this. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good thing I'm a diplomat.
They had the cold trains, etc.
Oh, Christ.
These cars are really...
Neo didn't destroy Hormaxer's life like you have. Who's Hormaxer?
You know? Back then, it was very like it was just... It was in the Victorian times. All these dresses, you see how they wear dresses here? People was wearing suits. I don't know if some of y'all out there watched the movie what it was like you remember that show Andy Griffin? Andy Griffin.
Andy Griffin.
But it's like it's further back than that time too. Just basically the Victorian times. But yeah, something along the lines like Andy Griffin. How he was dressed up in that suit.
Okay, so while he's doing this, he's got another few minutes. I'm scrolling down this Telegram channel that I just got invited to. Right? And this there appears to be a great deal of traffic.
But yeah. Anyways, y'all, that's it. Easy out there. Much love to y'all. Thank y'all very much for love support. It's really appreciated. If y'all want to leave any donations, I will indeed have a link in the description box below. Okay? And this is what I have for the week. Look like this somebody got found guilty here of illegal activities with the community reverse. Okay? Look like this somebody with the public corruption.
Seems like they know a lot about mythology.
From what I'm seeing here. Against community.
Is it really August 19th? Hey, happy birthday.
That have a business going on here.
I'm not saying who.
But anyways, I have a good day. Much love to y'all. That's
this fucking guy.
And I'll see y'all some other time. Peace.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to get onto this other channel. It's not giving me the data I want. I need to get a code. Jord invited me to the video chat. I'm a little busy, dude.
If I had my way.
Just give me a minute.
If I had my way.
In the meantime, listen to my... Yay!
If I had my way.
Listen to my background music. It's totally cool and stuff.
Burn this whole building down.
Join. One participant. Oh my God, it's VC. Oh my God. Should I do this? Hey. Oh my God.
The Shirley Manson Love Fest continues.
Would you deceive me if I had a dick? Would you know it? Would you blow it? If I had a dick, would you know it? If I had a dick, would you blow it? Would you hear me? See me? Believe me? Would you ever fucking leave me? The center of heaven is you, and the truth keeps weighing me down. No matter what you have done, you are the Godhead, the chosen one. Get off my tits at early noon. Get off my tits with every bit. Call me a bitch. I'm a terrorist. Call me a bitch. I'm a terrorist. Beloved, beloved, beloved one. Beloved, beloved, beloved son. Beloved, beloved. The center of heaven is you, and the truth keeps weighing me down. No matter what you have done, you are the Godhead, the chosen one. The center of heaven is you, and the truth keeps weighing me down. No matter what you have done, you are the Godhead. Would you know it? If I had a dick, would you blow it?
You're not to follow me around.
All right. This guy. I can't believe this guy hasn't been arrested already.
As are you, sir. How condescending is that? you know, no police officer has a right to dismiss the public. That's very disrespectful.
That's true. Now, I think
The right to dismiss them.
I think that
We're not right.
they all knew each other.
Right.
I think they had to have all known each other. Because at the very beginning, he just they spring out and they got the flashies on him, and he just walks right into him.
What do you say, the part the
Like he owns that shit.
in that? You guys are, this is the easement, public sidewalk along.
Oh.
This is a public sidewalk.
This guy is reading down the zoning laws to him.
Be on too. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Good point, 710. The only problem that I see here.
This is fun.
Ask the question: am I being detained or am I free to go?
Oh,
And if they told me
fuck.
free to go,
He.
then I would have said, okay, then I'm free to stay here.
Whatever.
Because
I can't pause
there's
that.
nothing wrong with being on that sidewalk that the police officers are on.
I don't know this guy.
Like that's
I have no idea who he is.
That's not that's a thorough way. You have a right to go from point A to point B,
I've never been there.
regardless if it's attached to that park or not. So, pretty sure I'm right on this one. But let's continue here.
I think he's talking about civil rights, and this is a national monument.
I'll tell you one more time how the wife decides you for trespassing. Did you understand? I'm leaving. Did you hear me? I'm leaving. No more threats.
I'm simply stating a fact. You are completing.
On your own business under the First Amendment.
He's
keeping you guys accountable.
business.
Did you know
Is he there on business?
protected activity?
Sir, are you going to leave the property?
I'm leaving.
Oh my god.
Give me your vehicle.
Yeah, there's nothing in the law that says you have to leave immediately. You know, I mean, you can.
Well, it's suspicious that he doesn't.
People walk at different paces, right? And
Sure.
I mean, you can't just say immediately because immediately you teleporting yourself out of there.
That would be hot.
You have to have a chance.
I've seen that.
To walk, run, whatever. You know.
They do it. They do a gag.
You know, I mean, there's
They make two people look like each other.
As to when people leave. You know, he said several times he's leaving, but he's also keeping an eye on them, which I wouldn't trust these cops either.
Vehicle, then I'll leave.
No, you're trespassing the park right now, so that's why I'm not ready to leave. Okay? So you're more than welcome to leave. I've given you no
You are too.
You're welcome.
What's your name?
Okay, so.
What's your name?
Yeah, he just decided right then.
Like I said, I'm done at this point. Your warnings are over.
Yep.
Trespassing is.
Yep, I heard that. I gotta back up and hear
What's your
that.
name?
That's pride restraint.
Don't stop.
All right, yeah,
Your
sure.
name at this point.
The only problem that I see here, he should have asked the question: am I being detained or am I free to go?
He should have fucking just
Told
left.
him that he was free to go. Then I would have said, okay, then I'm free to stay too. Because
Yeah, he was.
nothing wrong
And
with
then
being on
and
that
then and then he
sidewalk.
kept on mouthing off.
Officers are on, right?
Like the police officer knows.
That's not
It's like the 3 strikes and you're out rule.
a thorough way. You have a right to go from point A to point B.
Yeah, and he has a right to fucking cuff you if you're a fucking douchebag.
Not. So
He does.
Sure, I'm right on this one, but let's continue.
Well, we're all right on this one, really.
Okay. So if I do that,
Oops. That's my internet.
You understand?
I'm leaving. Did you hear me? I'm leaving. No more threats.
I'm not threatening, so I'm simply stating a fact. You are completing.
On your own business under the First Amendment. Keeping you guys accountable. Did you know it's constitutional protected activity?
Sir, are you going to leave the property?
I'm leaving. Give me your vehicle.
Yeah, there's no.
He keeps interrupting him. That's not the dude doesn't want to be there. He's doing his job. It's made more difficult because this dude is blah, 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 blah. Right? Okay, so you watch him count. Well, you can't really watch him, but if you listened, the guy eventually decides, I'm going to take this guy in.
There's nothing in the law that says you have to leave immediately. You know, I mean, you can. Because people walk at different paces, right? I mean, you can't just say immediately because immediately would be teleporting yourself out of there. You know, you have to have a chance to.
I love you, Jack.
And whatever, you know, bike. You know, I mean, there's different paces as to when people leave. You know, he said several times he's leaving, but he's also keeping an eye on them, which I wouldn't trust these cops either.
Vehicle, then I'll leave.
No, you're trespassing the park right now, so that's why I'm not ready to leave. So you're more than welcome to leave. I've given you no notice.
You are too.
So far, welcome.
What's your name?
Right there.
What's your name? What's your name? Like I said,
Name?
I'm done at this point. Your warnings are over. You're trespassing in city
Get the
park.
light out of my face.
Wrong.
That's pride restraint.
If you don't stop and give me your name at this point, you're going to receive a trespass citation for trespassing in the city park. Walk to our car. You're going to receive a citation for trespassing in Brookside Park.
Now he wants him to walk back to his car, so he's keeping him there.
Turn this back for me, okay?
Don't put your hands on me.
I'm not. You walk back over there, okay?
Can you get your superior here?
Go ahead.
Can you get your superior here?
Did he want to get
That's a reasonable request right there.
Your superior here.
We got a sovereign citizen here trespassing in Brookside Park. You start us another, maybe a supervisor.
Oh, wait a minute. Sovereign citizen. How does he know he's a sovereign citizen?
Because it's
That's completely insulting. Sovereign citizen?
setup.
What the fuck
They
is
know
that
each other.
from? He never said he was a sovereign
They
citizen.
know who they are.
Unbelievable.
We're going to issue a trespass. I think we're going to do.
He never refused to leave, by the way. He did not once refused to leave.
I wasn't refused to leave. I was leaving.
That way, okay?
But you told me to come back.
Go that way, please. Go that way, please, sir.
Is that lawful, man?
Yes, I'm telling you over here.
I mean, he's got nothing better to do.
Do you want to go out? Tell me what to do. I can stand.
Okay. So like I said, what's your name?
Go
Yes,
ahead.
but he wanted them to sit, which you know what? That's such a bullshit thing to ask somebody to sit down and so demeaning. You know, it puts you on a lower plane than the cops. I would never sit. I don't give a fuck. I'm not sitting. You know, you want to wrestle me to the ground and go and do what you got to do, but I'm not sitting. That's an unlawful order. I'm not sitting for you.
Yeah, at this point, I think they patched in
You're coming
pre-made.
from the side of a public or a building.
Yeah, public building, like you said.
But it is posted all around right here. Like it's posted after 10 p.m. And right now it is 11:09. And when you walked up to me, it was probably about 10:50.
Bain Act is in California, Razor. Welcome in, by the way. If you're just joining, we're watching the arrest of Four Corners.
Guys, you're an hour past curfew.
You got your superior coming on the
They
way?
are coming. Like I said, what's your name, sir?
Get that light out of my face.
What's your name?
I'll give it the. I'll wait till your superior gets here.
Red crystal, yellow crystal.
I'll wait till your superior gets here.
Sir, I think your actions are going to get understand this by your So when your chances to leave and you failed to do so, I've been informed that it was reasonable, okay? So you're coming out of the park, it's clearly posted. Even at that, I could push the idling and loitering fire. You're around a closed building late at night, walking up in a suspicious manner, right?
I'm exercising.
Suspicious? What's suspicious about walking? I don't understand that. That's
Well,
dumb. Four Corners is probably gonna have a field day in court. I'm
I've First Amendment.
You can point that camera. I'll let you on me, sir. It's all good. Doesn't hurt
My
my
right to.
It is. It doesn't hurt my
Get
feelings
that light out of my face.
whatsoever. No, it's for my
That's
safety.
part of restraint.
It's for my safety and yours. It's not in your eyes. It's down at your waist, making sure I can see your hands and lighten up the area so everyone feels safe.
It doesn't look like it's at his waist, to be honest with you. This cop's just being a jackass.
You got your.
We're losing.
You guys just like to bully the bad.
Badge number and my name, and I gave it
I
to you.
I understand that.
Right, so, you know, I'm trying to be as transparent with you.
Did you say I was leaving?
Sir, you were standing.
Shut your mouth.
oh my God.
That's
That's what welcome.
Shut the fuck up.
I've been very polite to you. That's fine.
No, he hasn't.
We're gonna
Okay, hold on. He just said something. I've been very polite to you. Calling somebody a sovereign citizen is a polite thing. What the hell is wrong with this guy, man? This guy is something else.
Yeah, I want to speak to him about. I was leaving.
I know you say you're leaving, but you weren't.
Hey, think you have.
There, he said it right there. That's probably gonna be used in court right there. You said you were leaving. Okay.
Authority to make people come and leave whenever you want.
Because you're trespassing in the park at 10:30.
Hope it's not spearmint.
Hope it's not spearmint.
Yeah, what?
All right, let's talk about this because Four Corners has history with spearmint.
I'll have to cut this part out because I didn't say anything.
It's just for a guy with the camera.
You asked for a supervisor.
Yeah, he's coming though, so don't worry about it. You can be quiet.
So I think they changed. This is a different person now.
So like I
He's the
said,
superior.
at this point,
Name and badge
I
number?
need numerous chances. I'm not the superior.
No, you get your name and badge number?
You're sorry.
I hear two conversations going at once.
Man, can you shut up and get that light out of my face?
Sorry, your face, Mr. Chief.
That light is in his face. You can tell by the camera. You can totally tell.
You're the superior?
This is
You get your name and badge number.
gesture on general action.
So now they got 4 people here? What's up with that?
But that killed Mr. Dustin? One of them?
It's Jade Helm. They swarm in. Whoosh! They take him.
Man, all of
It's not hard to
You
do.
guys accountable. You know me, right? I see you over at the.
See, you know me right. Remember what I said before? They know each other. They all know each other.
Don't put your hand on your gun. I'm not.
That's not that funny.
All right, Stanley.
Sir, you approached us while we're
It's true. He rolled on up while they had the lights out.
Us? That's fucking rich, man.
It's true. I saw it.
This guy, man. All he had to do was just basically not say anything, and I'm sure Four Corners would have left, no problem. But
Well,
take pictures of their car, which always gets.
I think they were mounting up for a demonstration.
Yeah.
Suppose is out of town, so we were just making sure nobody else.
This is fascinating. Thank you, LH. You're right on.
Hey, Ned, welcome.
Don't acknowledge me like that. That's creepy.
You didn't do this part right. You give it this part. You have to do this part. Yeah, you do. It's your policy.
Why are they so against giving people business cards? I don't understand. What's going on?
They can have nerve toxins on
Can I
them.
give a business card?
They can have nerve toxins on them.
Really?
Yeah, really, nerve toxins. Yeah. I'd be fucking. Do you know what happens here? Do you even know what 4 quarter? Well, yeah, you do.
First Amendment.
Anyway, it matters.
Huh?
He doesn't have to answer that, and also he doesn't know the answer to that for.
Yeah, probably.
Go ahead. Welcome to the static.
You know how many officers I've asked what the elements of the First Amendment are, and they don't know the answer, or can you recite your oath?
That's because they don't tell you. They're not gonna get caught up in that fucking argument with you.
These questions, and they never know. This goes to training.
Yeah, I guess.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, they swarm in.
Supervisor Stearman.
Should I take more pictures?
Yeah, he's a bully. Bully with the bat.
Oh my God, bully. What's wrong with that?
Here comes Stearman again, guys. The YouTube star.
Oh God. See, he's obviously familiar with the life.
Hey Heather, welcome on in. She says this is an update. It's there till Monday, obviously, because if you get arrested on the weekend, you're not going to be able to get any type of. Which that's another thing we can talk about. I don't think the court systems. If you're going to arrest somebody on a Friday, why is it different than any other day of the week? So we'll discuss. Let's just take a peek at the rest of this.
How you doing, Stearman? Yeah.
You're under arrest. Wow. Wow.
Yep.
And that's where it ends, folks.
Yep. Totally.
Okay. So there's lots to discuss here. Let me stop this.
Is there really? Is there lots to discuss? Are you live? Oh God, you've been talking about it for hours.
To head on out.
There's an hour and 20 minutes of this shit coming up.
Look, here's
Fun for them.
Here's my take on it. It's an unlawful arrest. They could have just cited him. What was the reason for the arrest?
He was being a douche.
Hey, they didn't even give him a chance, right?
Oh, they gave him plenty of chances to not be a douche. He was being snooty, little
Arrested him like within
whiny little bitch baby.
totally unjustified, right?
No, it's totally just fine.
What were the trespassing, Bad Daddy? Trespassing on public in a public park. Welcome. If you're just joining us, we're discussing the arrest of Four Corners last night in, I believe, Farmington, New Mexico.
Never heard of the man.
Here comes. Hold on, let me get. Ellie, welcome to the stream. You there?
I wonder if I could stream. I probably can't stream.
We can't hear you, Ellie.
I don't have shit for bandwidth.
Hey, Ellie. Can't hear you. I'm gonna. There's nothing I can do.
It's too bad.
Can you hear me, Ellie?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes. What are your thoughts, Ellie, on this? Because I got a few.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I have a few things.
Yeah.
So the cop said that the signs are posted.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if they are or not posted. But I have to lean on the side of they were not posted.
Right.
And I only say that because the cop just lied way too many times.
Yeah.
And he said that Four Corners approached him. Not true. You were at the top of the steps.
Yeah.
It's not like he could avoid you.
Right.
You said his name and then said, "What's your name?"
Right.
You said the supervisor was on the way, but yet you arrested him before the supervisor even got there.
Well, no, they arrested him. The supervisor is the one that arrested him, the Spearman guy. I don't know if you saw that at the very end. The supervisor shows up, he gets briefed for like 30 seconds. Four Corners goes up to him and then gets arrested by the supervisor.
Yep.
Spearman. Which
And then,
I would do it too.
well, here's my other thing.
Yeah.
What authority does that police officer have to trespass somebody?
He was National Guard.
Versus to give them a citation?
He wasn't just police.
It is posted with a code, these are the hours.
Yeah.
But what authority does he have to actually trespass?
He was a militia member.
See, that's a good question, Ellie, because if you think about it, the officer said he was going to give him a citation. Then all of a sudden, the supervisor shows up and arrests him.
Yeah, because they wanted. Guy just had enough. I'm going to arrest him. Fuck him.
Trespass.
He decides.
Probably going to add a.
These things happen, right?
Failure to ID in there with that.
Well,
even though he knew.
Heather called and said it was criminal trespass. That was the charge.
Without another charge.
I don't know. I mean, Heather, if you're still in chat, let us know. But she said.
Well, then that doesn't make any sense because he agreed that Four Corners was leaving because he said you said that. But there's no pace in which you can chart you're not moving fast enough.
Right. See, that's the point I made.
Maybe.
See, and I've actually there's a video I have where we ran into a couple officers that roughed KDOT and I up, where they put tape behind us, and then we were walking, and it wasn't fast enough for the officers, so they pushed us from behind, right? So, which there's all kinds of wrong with that, but the point I'm making is, like, people walk at different paces, right? I don't know if you guys have ever noticed when KDOT and I are walking, KDOT walks much faster than I do. He's lankier, right? He's taller. He's got longer legs. I have a bad back, so I tend to walk a little, at my own pace. I can't run. Hey, Heather, since you're in here, that's the only charge? Okay, she says that's the only charge. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not familiar with the park. I don't know what the name of the park is, if anybody can look it up. But I also have more questions, I'm sorry. Does anybody think, first, maybe the cops were a little butthurt that he was out of his vehicle and Four Corners posted that, and he was someplace where he couldn't be while his car was running?
That's a good possibility, Ellie. Either that or they saw Four Corners and got out of the car and they lost track of him, and then they got caught with their pants down as he was coming back up. So then they, decided to act in the manner that they did, right? So.
And if that park is not closed off, with gates and things like that to where he went, then trespassing would be to be loitering and hanging around, not walking through. You can still do a walk-through.
Yeah, see, we have many parks in Denver and Aurora, right? Ellie, I'm sure they do in your neck of the woods, but simply walking from point A to point B...
Just because you cut through is not trespassing.
No, because it's
within itself.
Yeah, now you're not supposed to be in that park past 10, right? Usually that's the rule here in a lot of
the park is closed, in my areas. When parks are closed, they're closed, some of them are closed from sundown to sunup, some are closed at a specific time. But they're closed to activities. They are not closed for where you cannot walk through them.
Right.
So if you need to get from A to B, and let's say you can cut out 5 blocks, you can certainly go through. They might not recommend it for safety issues, but you're not responsible for your safety. You're responsible for your own safety.
Cops are never responsible. That's Castle Rock versus Gonzalez. They're not. I mean, the Supreme Court has actually ruled that they could see you dying in the middle of the street and they could walk on by and they wouldn't be responsible, right? I mean, that's just the way that it is. Now, I'm assuming most, I will give them a little bit of credit. If most will probably at least stop to assess the situation, they probably wouldn't help you. But it is what it is,
Well, and when he first told them that, you're trespassing, you need to leave, and he said, okay, I have a feeling that if Four Corners ran, then they would have said he was eluding police and he had suspicious activity because he was running.
Right. It's never a good idea to run. I don't but there's nothing illegal about running in itself, right? The act of running is not an act of suspicion.
Yeah, but who wants to take that chance when you're around people that have tasers and guns and handcuffs? I wouldn't take that chance.
I wouldn't either. Ellie and KDOT and I have told people that several times. We talk to young people all the time. Do not run at any, if a cop is in your presence, you just don't run. So, it's funny. Current booking information. Okay, let me go to.
And here's the thing. Did he have a watch? Did he know what time it was? How do you know he knows what time it is? I mean, he said it was 11, but I don't know if it was 11. I mean, 10 looks like 11. Right. There's nothing that says, hey, and he has to prove he even saw the sign.
Right.
Is it posted in one corner of this big, huge park, or, at the entrance where you drive, and he wasn't driving through, he was walking through?
It's so funny, like, they're always that way. Hey, Heather, did you send it to me in my email? Because I didn't get anything in my email.
Check your spam, MLH.
I did check spam. Nothing in my spam either. Yeah, nothing in spam.
I just put teddy bear's eyes in with alchemically enchanted rocks.
On the draw for an arrest there, especially because to me, personally, and I try to look at all sides, it didn't look like he was not leaving. It actually looked like he was walking away, because by the time he said, that he was already going to be under arrest and to walk back to his car, he was a pretty far distance from that car. So he was obviously leaving.
Right. Heather said she texted to me. Okay, cool, Heather. I don't have my phone exactly near me right at the moment. There's so many points to make here. The main point is like my initial reaction is absolutely right. I'm pretty sure Four Corners is going to get all these charges dismissed. But look, you just took a man's freedom for the weekend.
Well, no. I don't agree with that statement at all.
What's that?
I don't think that the charges will be dismissed at all.
You think that's the way?
Absolutely. It's whether Four Corners decides whether he wants to fight it or not. But there's too much egg on the face. And now you're holding him in jail for 3 days before he can go before a judge. There is no way they're going to drop that.
See, if this is me, I'm definitely taking.
Because then you're going to get wrongful imprisonment, and they can't do that. They would rather go to court or make a deal than to handle a lawsuit. So I absolutely do not believe for 1 second that they are going to dismiss those charges.
It would be in their best interest, Ellie, to be honest. But here's the, you know what? I don't want to put his name up on there, so I'll tell you, yeah, because there's some sensitive information here, but it goes through his. I mean, it's all public anyways, but I'm not in the.
Yeah, let's not be doxing anybody.
I'm not in the business of.
Yeah, somebody else will do that, but.
Yeah,
let's not be part of it.
I'm not part of that. I don't do that. But he's being held at the San Juan County Adult Detention Center, and this is strange. Total bond amount $0.
That's because he's on hold. You can't bond him until he sees the judge.
Wow, that's great.
His bond won't be listed until Monday, right. Which you can get released on his own recognizance. I mean, I don't know what his history is. It's none of my business. We're evaluating this situation.
Right. I don't think Four Corners has a history. I don't believe he does. I could be wrong. I mean, most auditors have something in their past. I have to be an exception to that rule, but. Yeah.
No, it wasn't private activity. It's a public park owned by the city and the taxpayers.
Yeah. Does he have to see a judge on the res? No. He has to see a judge for Farmington, New Mexico, Harry. So, it's a strange one.
Well, let's be honest. The res really doesn't mean anything because it's how the prosecutor is going to interpret it. And
Jesus. So the next time I go to jail,
he just needs to hear.
I hope that it's something other than just sitting in the hole for however long it is. I don't want to go to jail again. I don't like going to jail. I don't really feel like I need to be in custody. I could just be told, just sit down. Just sit down. And then I will, honestly. I'm perfectly capable of minding my own. Yeah.
That's what I was saying. He absolutely was.
And then I don't know.
They don't. Here in Colorado, they don't have the Bain Act like they do in California.
These people, they're done. the ones who know each other ahead of time, and then are not these two. They're fine. The other ones behind the police cars that say what they're supposedly are, but they're not. I don't want to say, really. They know who they are. It's impolite to point fingers, I think. Thanks for tuning in. Stream ended 49 minutes ago. Well, I'm a little late to the discussion. I don't know what exactly they discussed. Stuff, I'm sure.
This is a trend that I don't like within the community.
What's
People
that?
will grift off of these things.
Grift. Donate to Jack Michelson.
Brookside. Oh, wow.
That's where I went to. I went to primary school at Brookside. Give me money.
How'd you find Heather?
She said you went back and lunch.
The first girl I almost kissed was named Heather.
Brookside. So let's take a peek.
Look at this.
See if we can find
It's practically my show.
Brookside Park. Oh, shit.
I hope it's all fenced in, and they have video of him climbing and heaving over the fence. And good morning, Johnny.
Brookhaven. Brookside.
That's a lab.
We're looking for Brookside, right? Okay, let's continue
I guess.
on.
I can't republish this. Might be something good. We'll see what it sounds like.
I'm looking. There's like 4 or 5 pages of this, so bear with me, y'all. Brookside State Park. Here we go. Let's take a peek at Brookside. Let's. How do you? I'll put it up on the screen as soon.
You're gonna share the screen?
Yeah. I'll share the screen now. Share screen.
I see no shared.
Let's do.
See nothing.
This. Share that. Okay. So where do I get?
Okay, so let's wherever you are in the park. You gotta click.
Yeah, hold on.
Never seen it.
It was skate park. Okay, just click on the pictures where it says 11 pictures.
Fascinating.
Okay. I don't see anything there. Wow, that's not a good pick.
Listen, he was moving forward, and he would have moved forward, I'm sure, even quicker if they weren't blocking the stairway.
Right.
Because there were 2 cops blocking the stairway. And how do you see when you have a light flashed in your eyes like that? There's got to be some kind of adjustment, but you don't want to turn your backs on them because then you don't know what can happen.
Absolutely.
You're in a park in the dark, ain't nobody going to see.
One thing, Keeper, you're funny. One thing that I think that if you can afford it, they have these 360 cameras that are available. I know SGV uses them. I like SGV for entertainment purposes. I don't think he's like a freedom fighter per se or anything. But I do appreciate the fact that he has a 360 camera, because that right there is a really good thing to have in your favor. Just for what you said, Ellie, if you turn your back to a cop, at least you have a record. Now that could be a fatal mistake, so I would never recommend turning your back on a cop at all. If they have you surrounded, that's one thing. I've been in situations where there have been eight cops around me, and there's no way I could, video all of them at once unless I had that 360 camera. So,
but it takes one just to bump you, and then they say you assaulted them.
Absolutely.
It takes just that split second. So,
yeah.
I mean, if I were him, I would have backed out of there too. And you have to use extreme caution. You have 2 people with weapons.
Absolutely.
100%. So extreme caution is definitely recommended and needed in this situation. But again, he was leaving. I could not imagine in any circumstance where they told him to come back. They admitted that he said he was leaving. He was in a forward position when they made him come back. That any jury, honestly, could sit there and say that he was guilty. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I agree. Jenna Manson, welcome on in to chat. We're discussing the arrest of 4 corners last night in Farmington, New Mexico. which is close to Colorado, fairly close. Phyllis says James Freeman has covered Four Corners for a long time. They took down the whole police department last year. So that's probably why they have such a hard-on for Four Corners, Phyllis. Anytime that you show, anytime you show any type of resistance to their authority, they get really upset, and you have to be on notice. I've dealt with it. KDOT has dealt with it. They've doxed me. They've tried to intimidate me. I think at this point, though, they know me well enough that I tread very, very carefully. I don't mince words with them, but I don't put myself in a position to tangle with them. Sammy Tall, you're on the show. What's up, man? How are you doing?
All right. Thanks for having me there, bro. So I've been on the phone with the San Juan
Do you know you have your camera on? I mean, you can. I just don't know if you did or not. It's up to you.
I'm dumber than dirt. I don't know how to shut this thing off. Yeah, I don't know how to shut it off. You guys just gonna have to stare at my pretty face a little bit, okay?
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
No worries. She was just making you aware, Standing Tall, that's all. So,
County, you're probably laughing. Can you hear me okay?
That's better. That's better. You're good there, Standing.
Let me just take you right there and leave you there. Let me grab these notes.
Yeah.
All right, so I've been on the phone with the San Juan County Jail. They arrested him at the Brookside Park for trespassing, is what the notes say. I do have his first and last name now, and when
You don't want to put that out.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying I have the info. I'm trying to get the bell around at this point.
Yeah.
But because of their system, so there's nobody in the office to talk to when you call the detention center, it refers you to a website. That website is the www.sjcounty.net/departments, and then you gotta click on the adult detainees, right? Well, then when you get into that section, it asks for a bunch of info. Part of that info is his name, but the other part is booking number. So I tried to use the arrest number that I got from dispatch, and it's not working. It might be tomorrow before we can find out any bail information for him.
Yeah,
Well, we did find out that it was listed his bail as 0 until he goes in front of the judge.
Yeah, until he sees the judge, yeah.
Okay, I've not seen that, so all right.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Jonathan Mazzilli, by the way, says handsome devil. So, Jonathan at least
He's crushing on you.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Like, when the bill is set, right? There's got to be somebody close to Four Corners, whether it's family member or somebody that he rolls with. Like, for me, it would be KDOT, right? I would expect people to go to KDOT and donate to his Cash App or whatever as an authorized person to get my ass out of jail, right? But anybody else pretending, right? There's a lot of pretenders that will have their own thing, and then they will say, well, donate to me and I'll make sure that so-and-so gets it. I wouldn't trust any of that. I don't, that's
right. I'm absolutely with you. I'll be honest with you. I reached out to, I know that Tapatios reached out to you. I reached out to Tapatios because I knew that Four Corner was a mod on his channel and what have you. Yeah. And I thought that they knew a little bit more info about each other than they did. At this point, I'm trying to find somebody who knows more about Four Corners than, I just found out his name today, just trying to help the guy out, you know what I mean? We need to find somebody that's down there with him that can help him out. The only person I know of who knows any of that info is Freeman. So if anybody can get some word from Freeman, he might be able to help him.
Yeah, Phyllis said that same exact thing as you said it, standing tall. She says, I'm sure James Freeman will be there. And see, here's the thing. James Freeman's got a huge channel, right? So he's going to get all donations poured in. What happens with those donations that go above and beyond? You know what I'm saying? Above and beyond the bail. That's
right.
If it was cut off, like if the bail was $1,500, let's say, which seems to be about the norm, then I would say, which, by the way, $1,500 would equate to what? $150?
About 150.
Right. Yeah, 10%.
Yeah, 10%.
Some bail bondsmen, some areas might charge a little more than that. I know over here in Utah, they do the 10% thing, but they also, if it's under a certain amount, then they have a fee, which is like an extra $50. So it turns out to being like a $1,500 bill, still going to be like $200. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, either case, it's an amount that could definitely be handled by a channel that big. I mean, I can. Oh yeah. As small as my channel is, I could definitely raise that money. But see, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling people not even to trust me with something like that.
No, me either. I don't have any info for the guy. I'm trying to find his info for, to help him, not to capitalize. I don't want anything from him.
You see, that's the thing, and I'm sure Four Corners would appreciate this live, me telling people that. You know what I mean? Like, only trust the people that are closest to you. Donnie says MLH and Ellie have my permission for that too. Okay, Johnny. Now that I know that we have your permission, if you ever get in trouble, we'll raise money for you, man. I mean, if you get arrested, I mean, but let's not. See, the goal is never to get arrested. that's something.
Well, and I agree 100%. The goal is always to never get arrested. Unfortunately, with Four Corners, from what I saw, he had no choice. The problem is he questioned the authority, and that was the no-no. Don't question the authority. That's it. You're arrested.
Yeah.
Not what's your problem. You asked to speak with a supervisor. How can I help? Nope. You go to jail.
Arrested. Yep.
So here's some advice for anybody that's out there that's going to be doing stuff like Four Corners did. And we hear it from Rogue Nation. We hear it from a lot of other people, and I'm going to advocate the same thing. Okay. The moment they threaten to trespass you, okay, at that point, you've been threatened with a lawful command, and that's a violation. You do not have to take the ride to have that violation. You now have a way to go complain. You now have a reason to make further steps. What's her name? Furry Potato just last night was calling people out saying, hey, if you're going to be doing activism, then follow through. And I'm as guilty as the next guy for a lot of not follow through. So I'm going to be changing that on my own aspect. So we all need to do that as well. But we don't need to take a ride in order to do that follow through.
But here's the thing. He didn't want to take the ride. He was leaving.
No, not at all.
Yeah, in most cases, what you're saying, standing tall, most cases, that's absolutely correct. You don't need to. You just leave. But in this case, this is a different case. He had no choice. There was no choice.
The only thing he could have done differently was to have not asked for a supervisor.
Right.
That's the only thing he could have done differently. But who are they to say that he can't question the officers? Maybe he wasn't questioning. I mean, they're assuming what he was questioning. I would think, if I was him, I'm going to question you calling me a sovereign citizen. That's what I'm questioning. I'm going to question the disrespectfulness of how you handle this, not the fact that you asked me to leave.
Right.
So I got something on that. So here's my question, okay? If Four Corner is a registered, recognized member of a sovereign nation, like the Navajo Nation, how does that apply to calling him a sovereign citizen?
That's right.
Because he's sovereign of the nation that he belongs to?
Yeah.
No, he's just throwing insults. He's trying to be an ass. Oh, yeah, we got the sovereign citizen here. All cords pulled in. Everybody get your weapons out. This is serious.
Right.
The only sovereign citizens in America wear a badge. They represent a thin blue line, and they get their sovereign citizen card under the guise of qualified immunity.
Absolutely. Luckily in Colorado, no qualified immunity, Sandoval. And I think
I know. Believe me, we're over here in Utah. We're 10th Circuit as well. So every ruling that goes down in your guys' district applies here.
Yep, absolutely. Let's see. Let me go through the chat here. Lou, welcome to chat. I don't know if I greeted you. Daughter's in chat. What's up, Jonathan's daughter? Nice to have you in here. Everybody, be nice.
Jen just put a link in, I believe, with Phyllis's recommendation, and if I'm correct, thank you, Phyllis. She just put a link in for Four Corners Dad's YouTube video.
Yeah.
So if everybody can sub to that, that would be awesome.
Keeper says, MLH, if you ever get arrested, don't worry, I will look out for Bernie. How dare you? How dare you, Keeper? Noel said the ideal is not to get arrested. The threat of arrest is sufficient injury. Absolutely. That's what we say all the time. Official Lone Wolf of Arizona, Jose G. Welcome to chat, man. Nice to have you back in here. What else do we got? Sounds like the time actor Amanda was arrested for jaywalking when she crossed the street lawfully in a marked crosswalk. Absolutely. It was really strange. We watched the video. My dad's been teaching me about the Liberty a little bit. Well, good, Jonathan's daughter. Make sure you listen to your dad. He knows what he's talking about. He's been around. All that good fun stuff. Yin Yang. Man, welcome to chat, man. Been a long time, man. Nice to have you in here. Four Corners also has a regular 9-to-5 job. Yeah, I mean, look, any which way Bernie's in chat. What's up, Bernie?
That was weird.
Which way they can to get you unindoctrinated, they will most certainly take advantage. I mean, and they obviously know who he is, so they know he has a job. They know that this is going to be a disruption in his life, but they don't really care. That's the whole point. But look, there's a point when we have to recognize things for what they are. We've done several videos where I felt that the auditor in question has actually broken the law, and we got to call a spade a spade. And here we're calling a spade a spade. Four Corners did nothing wrong here. I don't see one thing that he did wrong. He was right in asking for a supervisor. He was right in his ability to walk from point A to point B, regardless if it was a park that was closed at 10. You all
was annoying
to walk through a park, whether it be 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning to get to your point of destination. There's no...
He was annoying.
There should be no hindrance to that. As a matter of fact, I think the police violated his rights in preventing him from doing that. So...
the initial encounter, I don't...
They're standing
they were kind of laying away.
Yeah, so listen, if you all go back to the very beginning of the video, of his video, and you watch where it starts with him finding a police car parked on the side of a road.
Right, we saw that.
And he goes looking for those police.
Mm-hmm.
He's there all the way around conducting a First Amendment protected activity. He is trying to gather news information as to why those police are there.
Well,
So
wait a minute. Wait a second. Let's not assume that's what he was doing. Let's not assume that's what he was doing.
Fair enough.
Maybe what he was doing was he was worried about the officer's safety because here's their vehicle left unattended running someplace, and he wants to go through and make sure that they're okay.
Right.
Because
but here's
something could happen.
what I'm getting at. The legal maxim is called first in time, first in line. And what that legal maxim is in reference to is when you come upon conflicting laws, okay, you go to the first law, and that's the first one that you go to. First in time, first in line.
Right.
Okay?
It's the responsibility of every citizen to disobey unjust laws.
Is the First Amendment of the United States Constitution,
which
says Congress shall make no laws. So it doesn't matter if there is a law there that says he's trespassing after a certain time.
Right.
The mere fact that he is gathering news, gathering information for news, and he's disseminating that live at the time, means that he was engaged in a First Amendment protected activity, and no laws
But he was also being a dick.
beyond that should be applied.
I agree with that philosophically, Standing Tall, but the problem is he would have to take this all the way to the Supreme Court to prove that point. You know what I'm saying? And unless
Absolutely.
Yeah, that can happen.
Or a billionaire, I mean, it most likely. And besides, do you think the Supreme Court, as it's constituted now, would take that case up? I mean,
No, I don't think they would.
I don't
Okay,
think they would
but
either.
I need to throw something in there, okay? Nobody believed Mr. Miranda in Arizona when he complained
Good point.
about being arrested.
That's a good point.
He dialed into making his
That's true.
and they wouldn't let Mr. Miranda even have paper. So when he
Paper.
lawsuit,
Wow.
he wrote that on toilet paper. And the Supreme Court ended up accepting that toilet paper lawsuit.
Wow.
And because of
That's
that,
fucked.
we now have what we refer to as the Miranda warnings.
Yeah.
So all things are, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Do I think that they're going to do something? No, I don't think they're going to bust a grape to help us in any way.
Right.
However, unless we all make the effort, nothing will change.
Right. And you know what? In the advent of like GoFundMe's and stuff, I mean, things are possible nowadays. You know, it is, even though it's a remote thing, I don't think it's going to get to that point, Standing Tall. I think this case, if from what I'm gathering from chat, by the way, welcome McDonald, nice to have you in here. Look at this handsome devil McDonald, man. I mean, how could you not like a face like that? But look, I think it's not going to get to that in this case. I think what Elliot said is absolutely 100. I think at the local level, there's no jury, I don't believe, unless it's a jury of bootlickers, which, you know, there are a lot of those out there.
They try to make them that way.
Right. I don't believe that this guy, Four Corners, is going to be guilty of anything in this particular case.
Or maybe he's guilty and can't be guilty of Good Samaritan Act, that he was just trying to look out for the officer's safety, because why would there be a running vehicle in a parking lot with no lights on except for the interior thing in a dark place?
See, that's
needles.
Safety, and he's got to be protected by that.
That's what I'm saying. If that's another defense of his, because I could easily see that. I mean, if I was doing cop watching, Ellie, and Standing Tall, let's say I'm out and about, right, in my imaginary car, because I don't have a car yet. Let's say
Farewell.
Let's say I'm